Hi everyone, welcome back to Juneteenth on GDQ. I hope you all have been having as much fun as I am having. These runs are so great. Everyone is doing such a good job. Congrats to Cypherin on making a PB. How incredible is that? And if you don't know what Juneteenth is, I'd love to share a little bit of it, about it with you. So Juneteenth, which combines June and the 19th, in 1865, is where it derived its name from combining those things, and it celebrates the emancipation of Black people. So I am so glad that we're celebrating Black history, Black speedrunners, Black talent, and this is going to be an absolutely incredible run. And I also want to shout out the fact that we are giving a special thanks to OC Remix for providing GDQ with an all-Black curated playlist for this event. This is going to be so cool. Sorry, my cat Bobby is like invading the show. But yeah, thank you everyone for being a part of this amazing event. And it's going to continue tomorrow. So if you're having fun here, we'll be doing tons more tomorrow, and there'll be some awesome interviews also sprinkled into the event. So I am so excited for you all to see this. But let's set up for the next run, which is Elevator Action Returns Jad Any Percent by Ryyudo. I can't wait to see what Ryyudo does. Ryyudo, take it away.
What's up, gamers, and thamers? My name is Ryyudo, and I'm going to be speed running Elevator Action Returns Jad Any Percent, just Jad being the character in the game that I'm going to be using. And hopefully you all have been enjoying the run so far. This is going to be an actually very fast-paced game. A really cool thing about this game is that every single stage of the game teaches you something new, whether it was intentional or not, about the speed run. So there's something I'm going to teach you every stage of the game. Get your notes out. And then by the time you get to the last stage, it's like a culmination of all the stuff that you've learned this entire run. So it teaches you along the way, and I heckin' love that. And I heckin' love this game, and I heckin' love the music inside of it. So, that said, let's get underway here. I'm going to go ahead and put some credits in here. So like I said, we'll be picking Jad the Taff, which apparently stands short for Taffy. And I'm going to get started in 3, 2, 1. All right, so stage 1 is going to happen really fast. Our first trick's going to happen very, very fast here, but you're going to see the general objective of the game. So as we take this elevator down, what we're looking for is going to be red doors. We're always trying to go in the red doors, enter them, and exit them as fast as possible, generally. And then the first thing we're going to do is actually take a death here, because we want the invincibility to do an invincible drop to drop down the floor. So that way we do not have to wait for the elevator to come down or anything like that. I call it the eye drop. That's right. This run is going to be full of puns. Oh, didn't drop down there in that case. Part 2, we're going to actually do a death warp right there. By dropping right there and taking a death, it'll directly put us in front of the next red door. It doesn't always work like that, but it usually works like that 95% of the time. 5 check. All right. So then we just keep moving down here to the next elevator. And so you're going to see a lot of the fast-paced moving action. You're going to be running through enemies because that's Jad's special ability compared to the other characters. Can just run into people and ignore their existence, just kind of shovel them off this mortal coil as he runs along here. And then we just get to the bottom and we get in the car and we jam away. And you get to see all 3 characters every single time doing their trademark thing. Eddie, the lady, she's always sitting outside, halfway outside of the vehicle as dangerously as possible. Jad is always a designated driver. Kart's just kind of there and trying to look pretty, which I understand. I want to live like that every day of my life, personally. All right, so the second stage here, we see an item up there you can always pick up, which that's the rocket launcher. But basically, most of this run, you're not going to be picking up weapons. You just generally do not need it. The pistol does plenty of good work by itself, so you just kind of want to keep that around you for the most part. And we're going to kind of get to our first section here, where there's actually a mini-boss type thing here. So we're going to stand in the middle. This is a new tactic that I actually came up with in like the last 4 days. By standing in the middle, you can kind of shoot things a little bit faster, and you can see like the short rising jetpack men. You guys see them coming in. What we're trying to do is, hit them before they hit the ground, because you see when they hit the ground, they actually start standing. And if they start standing, the problem is that they take 2 hits to kill. So then you have to throw a grenade to try to get rid of them as fast as possible, so on and so forth. So it becomes a little bit of a shooting gallery type thing here. But, grenades also handle other enemies at the same time. So it's like, yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world to always have them landing, but it still goes pretty fast. See if we can jump over this bullet. Oh yeah, I'm cool. All right, I'm a god. Can't get hit. So in this plane right here, we're going to position ourselves very specifically so that our gun flare is actually lining up or crossing that line on the back of the airplane. You can kind of see in the seat right there. By that, the dudes to the left, they're just going to say, yo, I'm seeing these dudes smoke, and when stuff sucks, hit the bricks. And so they hit the bricks, they immediately despawn themselves, and we're just waiting for the red dude to come out here. We dash past him, take a hit on him, and then he explodes, we explode, we get invincibility, which we're going to use for this section here. If I do it right, there we go. I miss out all the time. It's great. All right. So we're able to drop down an extra floor off the airplane and get to that second floor so we can take control of the elevator right away. But you might be thinking, hey, why don't you just drop to the bottom floor with that invincibility? The problem with that is they're still made of they still have paper feet and glass ankles. So unfortunately, they can only fall one flight worth of height. Otherwise, they die immediately, and you do not want that to happen generally, at least in that case. So it doesn't matter how many frames of invincibility you have left. It's gonna break these dudes' ankles and knees and toes all in one go. So here's this cool guy in red. He looks pretty good. He looks fine. Power of the Revolution, crash the old order, things you just say normally. Eddie, get in the helicopter. Come on now. All right, so level 3, we're going to be learning about a few more new things here. So we have to wait half a second before we can start running there. I really don't like that, but hey, that's a yesterday problem. Let's see if I can get this skip right here and do it properly. Sometimes the run's cursed. Sometimes you can't actually do the proper skip up here. All right, so if that elevator to the top, the right doesn't move, we can get there. Awesome. So we don't have to wait for that elevator. We're going to go up here. We're going to do a jump start. By jumping and pressing up on the elevator at the same time, you actually can make it move a floor up with you staying on the same floor by bonking your head on the ceiling like your name was Mario. And so by able to be doing that, you can open up the elevator shaft to do various different things. Sometimes you can make the elevator cycle back a little bit faster, which is a little bit nice, but sometimes it opens up the elevator shaft so that you can take an intentional death for a death warp or otherwise what have you. But you don't always want to do it just because it scrolls the screen, and you might think, well, what's the big deal about scrolling the screen? You're going up there anyway. It does really weird things to this game. Speaking of weird things, I actually unlocked the rocket launcher. No big deal. I'm going to take a lot of damage here because of it, though. Because it's a really slow shot. But a little bit of a shooting gallery here. Ouchies. Hey, don't do that. It's illegal to shoot me. Can't do that. So then we just kind of take the rest of the way pretty as normal here for the most part. Right, so I can get rid of all these guys in one go, so no problems there. Take the elevator up. And so we're going to try to conserve our life as much as possible going up to this next section here, because we're trying to save our life for the upcoming boss fight, quote-unquote boss fight. There's basically like one style of boss fight in this entire game besides the last boss, and even then, he's still also just a guy. So we're going to try to jump on this elevator here. We're going to jump on this elevator here before it goes up, run over there. That's right, elevator action, baby. We're in there. All right, so we're going to shoot this guy to the left. We're looking to our top left where the elevators are. Once those go up, I also go up with it because it changes a cycle on a future elevator that we're going to be reaching up here. So the one that you can see on this floor now with where I just threw the grenade, this elevator here sometimes does not cooperate with you if you're, just going as fast as possible. I don't know why. It stopped working one day. I think I was going too fast, maybe. Take a hit here. But either way, that's the way to kind of refix some stuffs and without losing too much time and keeping it consistent. So we're going to go over here, take on these robots here. So also in this game, you can jump, even though if your character doesn't look like they have an attack with their jumps, every person in this game has an attack with their jump. Oh, they want to do that. Oh, well, no big deal. So, you can kind of Mario Brothers stomp some things every now and then and whatnot. And hey, that works out pretty well. So you throw some grenades here and there just to kind of keeps enemies at bay. I might take a death here just for the sake of, make sure I have enough health for the next section, depending on how many hits I take here, but we'll see how that plans out. So far, actually, not too bad, honestly. Oh, no, that guy's going to shoot me. All right, so I'll probably take an intentional death here, but we'll see how the rest of this boss fight goes, because this guy's not moving. He's actually taking a lot of damage. But the kind of secret for this section is just kind of stay standing as much as possible. Ouch. Actually, that's perfect. Honestly, that is perfect timing. But you try to stay standing still as much as possible so they land in front of you. If you crouch, they also do weird things. If you start jumping, they start doing weird things. If you shoot them up in the air as soon as possible, they start doing weird things. It's just a weird bunch of groups of silly folks. Get in the helicopter. What is wrong with you, Eddie? Please. It's dangerous. There's only 3 of us on this mission. Come on now. So moving through here, Now we have full health, so we're just going to go ahead and maintain that health as much as possible because we're going to need it for a damage skip a little bit later in this stage here. And also, for this stage, you're going to be learning about high jump, which is a really weird thing. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go in this elevator here, and if we jump here, you get an extra amount of height for some reason at the end of the elevator ride. I mean, yes, that's physics, sure, but why does this game have physics? This game's like from like 1994 or something. But hey, it's all right. I'm fine with that. We're going to jump up here, catch this elevator here, shoot this funny little guy with a shield. All right, so we're going to actually take a little bit of a hit here as we approach this elevator, just so we don't have to try to spend time trying to fight that thing or whatnot. They just have way too much HP. So I'm just like, I don't even want to worry about it. That's a yesterday problem. Today's problem is crossing these gaps right here, which works out pretty well. Your character can usually cross the gaps. I'm going to say usually because I'm going to curse myself here. Wait half a second here. Otherwise, this guy shoots you out midair. Okay, good. I have been missing that last jump so many times, y'all. You wouldn't believe. I was going to make lose it if I did not make it this time live on twitch.tv.com. So yeah, you're able to make it through that section super fast and everything like that. If you're ever even 1cc in the game, you want to do that because it's just super easy. Why make things hard? Why do many things when few things do trick? All right, this is a little bit weird. So we're gonna drop down this first elevator shaft. Then we're gonna go to the second one. If I do it right, oh, I didn't. You have to actually drop a little bit off the elevator shaft there so that you can make the screen scroll. If you can't do that, then you actually, there we go, that was good. I should be able to get hit right here and then skip this. Yeah, perfect. But yeah, you can actually soft lock yourself there. It's not a problem, honestly, because you could just fix it by going that blue door that I went into. So it's not that big of a deal. But it keeps these elevators in check so that, you know, we can keep everything in control and whatnot, just like that. And then we're going to take an intentional death here. So we go back over here, grab this door, then we drop down with the invincibility from the door, and then go to the next section out here. This game is just paced, y'all. I know it's called Elevator Action Returns, but they really cranked up the action on this one. Jad is always going to be running. This dude's got a marathon going on here. Hey, speaking of marathon, hey, you're watching the Juneteenth marathon right now. Hopefully you're all enjoying it. Happy to have you all here. All right, so we're just going to... So the screen scrolled in a weird way there. All that to say, I have no idea what's going to happen next. That's a cursed screen scroll in Stage 5. Stage 5 has a lot of problems for whatever reason. So I have no idea what's going to happen next. In terms of timing or anything like that. I'm going to duck this one. In terms of like where the elevators are going to be set when I approach them or, you know, whatnot. So I'm going to not take too many risks trying to avoid stuff. And if I have to take a hit, I have to take a hit. It's not that big of a deal. This is the thing about an arcade game. It has RNG. That's crazy. You might have heard this RNG thing before. All right. I should be able to catch the elevator on the way down. Oh, no, that's not actually good. All right. I'm going to wait for that elevator to the bottom right to actually go down before I take this elevator back down. Hopefully I can get there in time, but it's going to be very tight. Yeah, nope, not happening. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Do a skip there, sweet. And we're going to jump the elevator back up. Do another jump start there so we can scroll the screen upward. So what I'm going to do from here on out is that I'm going to be exiting the elevator. Oh, no, that's a bummer. That's fine. We'll just do this. So that it keeps the elevators in the right cycle so that you aren't having to like wait for them to go up or down if you time it badly or anything like that. It keeps things a little bit more control and whatnot. Don't hurt me. Okay, sweet. So sometimes just things like that happen. And hey, it's all right. Once again, RNG does happen in this game a lot. So you just kind of have to flow with it, figure out what's going on, see if you can get new tricks along the way. All right, so this is the final stage that I was telling you about. It mixes all the stuff that you've learned up to this point in the speed run and puts it into like one fell swoop of a stage. It rocks because you finally get here, like, I know everything I have to do. I've understood everything. I'm the smartest man alive. I have the largest brains of all time, and it feels immaculate, y'all. So basically on this elevator ride, we're just kind of jamming out to the music here because it's one of the best songs in the game, and you get to hear it for the longest period of time. I should have got hit there, but I did. I was going to say, the only thing you have to really worry about is the jetpacks to the left, but one got away. He's good. I see why they hired him. All right, move over to the right. Left here. Wait for that electricity. Cool. And then we run through these two here. Oh, I would love those grenades. Gonna throw a grenade. Ah! It was too early. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah! I got lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wait half a second for the elevator to go up and then see if I can get the right cycle here. Nope, that's really hard to get. Because then I can run to that elevator straight away, but since I missed it, not a big deal. We just got to wait a little bit. We get to chill here. and enjoy the music for a little bit longer. Uh-oh. All right, I might take an intentional death, actually, while we're waiting for this elevator here, so let me go ahead and do that. Oh, God, he double died. Jed's double dead. This corporation is evil. How did they do that? All right, so we're just going to pop in the door here, wait half a second, wait for that to come out. Hopefully I don't get shot there, but that's okay if so, because I need to take a shot up here, and hopefully... Oh, I was hoping that the invincibility would last. It did not. But that's fine. Since we have a little bit of an extra life to play around with, since I did a safety strat, we should be okay from this point onward. I'm going to actually wait half a second, though, to get this door. So we're going to be looking up to our top left. Don't die. Okay. So you see that elevator to the top left. Once that goes up, we go up. Sweet. I might get electrocuted and die. Okay, good. I want to take a death on this next corridor, though. So what I'm going to do here is drop off of this platform. I'm going to take a death just so I can get my health back, because we're going to have one more damage boost along the way. And then we were looking to the elevator to the left as well, because we want this elevator to come down here. We catch that ride. Elevator action is happening, y'all. And speaking of elevator action that's happening, let me tell you all a fun fact. So in the European launch of this game, they actually renamed it to Lift Action Returns. Please clap. A little bit of humor for my Europe friends, please. All right, so we're using that invincibility from the kick that dude gave us. Oh, I missed that one. So that we can run to this side here. So we can stand next to this guy, throw bombs at the door, hit the door at the same time while hitting this guy. He'll try to kick us every now and then. He can't do it. We're too small. We're too tiny. And then we just wait for the missile to explode. And when the missile hits the top, that is time. Time. So that must have been a blazing fast game. It is that we put the action and elevator action. And it's definitely the kind of game that makes you return over and over and over again. And realistically, I want to thank all of y'all for returning time and time again through GDQ and through all the events that we're running and through, unapologetically black and fast alongside with Juneteenth, really celebrating a lot of the black community out here in the speedrunning community, in the gaming community and whatnot and everything like that. Just such a big thing about Juneteenth and the independence that, black folks were able to gain through it. And as that kind of celebration is that it needs to be spoken about kind of out loud. It's not just, a new federal holiday, you just get the day off type of thing or anything like that. It's a matter of making sure that more people know about the events of past and everything like that. And so it's like a big shout out to like Ashley every time that's just like, we get back on here, mentions a little bit more about Juneteenth, does a little bit of education and whatnot. And it's important that we say all this stuff big and out loud so that it's just more of a common history and knowledge shared between us all, whether or not, depending on skin color, that was a part of your history or not. So seriously, thank you all for taking a huge time out of the day to come hang out with us, see some really cool speed runs and everything like that. I know Bobby is cackling in the back right now because Bobby's been hounding me to start speed running for a long, long time. The fighting game to speed run pipeline is real. So I'm here, I'm doing it, and it's been a great time so far. The community's been wonderful. Everyone around me's been wonderful. My friends have been wonderful. So thank you all for spending the time with us. So seriously, stay cool, y'all. Stay cute, y'all. And we'll see you on the next runs. Peace.
Oh my God. Ryyudo, thank you so much. That was incredible. If you blinked, oh my gosh, you might have missed it. It went by so fast. You did amazing. I might start maining Jad now because I didn't know how cool Jad was until I saw you play.
That's right.
Yo. That was so good. Oh my gosh. And thank you. Thank you everyone here in the chat for watching our incredible celebration of Juneteenth. Speed running here on GDQ. This has been an astronomical show. I am having so much fun. And I just want to remind you all that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support our channel and keep us doing what we're doing. So thank you so much for all of the subs and all of the support in the chat here. And we're going to take a small break. And we're going to do our first interview. It's going to be a highlight of Cypherin. So I can't wait to see what Cypherin has to say and learn a little bit more about them. So stick around. We're going to take a small break and we'll see you after.
Me. What? Oh, we're ready. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Welcome back, all you wonderful beings, to Games Done Quick's Juneteenth celebration of Black excellence. I am BigBeaz, and speaking of Black excellence, I have the pleasure, the privilege of sitting here with none other than the Genesis God himself, a true inspiration to me and others alike, the one, the only, Cypherin. What is up, Cypherin? How's it going?
I'm good. Happy to be here again. You're way too kind.
Hey, I only speak the truth. That's all. You know, I'm just delivering from the mouth of babes here to everybody else. So, Cypherin, thank you again for coming out today, sitting here talking with me. For those of you that don't know Cypherin is one of the goats of speedrunning. Just fantastic individual all around, just not even just a speedrunner, just as a person. Overall, I really enjoyed like meeting him during UBAF, and it was just like he's been nothing but fantastic ever since. So please tell everybody how you got into speedrunning.
Somewhere around 2016, 2017, I think it was, when I first started streaming. I didn't have nowhere near like the experience or equipment to know how to do any of this stuff. Was streaming off my Xbox One, but fast forward to 2017, did a little research, got picked up into the game Gargoyles as my first speed run. As my first world record I ever had. But in terms of starting speedrunning, there was a runner, Substyly, who brought me in through Strider 2014, before the Gargoyle stuff. And that game scared me with speedrunning because I blew out my arm as I was first learning it. And so then I was like, okay, it's time to move on to something else. And so that's where other games like Gargoyles came in, and I got my first world record. Fast forward, at the 11th hour, literally like 11:59, got convinced by some speedrunning buddies of mine, Angry Links and LRock617, to submit it to GDQ 2018. And it got accepted, and that was my first time ever submitting to. So then just from there, it just, things just sort of took off amongst other things that were happening at the time.
Love it. I have a similar starting story for GDQ. My buddy, the Neon Caster, who was on my couch for my first appearance on UBAF, messaged me, and they were like, hey, I don't know if you've heard of this, but today's the last day, you should apply. And I was like, okay, sure. Why not? It couldn't hurt, I'm probably not going to get in. And then I got that email, and I just like insert high-pitched squealing, just I was super excited about it. Loved it. Yep. There you go. Yep. And so you said you did mention that Gargoyles was your first world record. Now, people, let me tell you, first out of I want to say 7 total, 6 currently holding on speedrun.com, 3 solo, 3 co-op. So that is and that's just the world records. It is a long laundry list of awesome games that Cypherin has submitted and has times for. So I mean, just an impressive resume, and has also written 2 game guides. Or like speedrunning guides. So it's just fantastic. So okay, so your first world record was Gargoyles. What would you say is your favorite run?
My absolute favorite run is probably
absolute favorite
is probably Super Castlevania 4 for Super Nintendo, which I ran for, I believe, it may have been UBAF 2022, I think. And yeah, I was so happy that I could showcase that for everybody, just because like I feel everyone who's had the opportunity to show it in a marathon just are like fantastic speedrunners in their own right, and I'm just like, yeah, I get to join the group, yay! And so, Super Castlevania 4, hands down, probably my absolute favorite.
Awesome. Okay, so since you are the Genesis god as well, I wanna narrow it down to what's your favorite Genesis run then.
Oh, that one was so tough. So many great games. If I had to pick, and it could change in a minute, it'd probably just be the Amazing Spider-Man versus the Kingpin. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. It could change probably in the next 10 seconds, but we'll go with that.
Awesome. Okay. I got one more question.
Okay.
So this is probably one of the most important ones.
Okay.
What co-op speed run are we going to do together? That's the big question there. And hold on, wait. I'm getting something in. 1 second, Cypherin. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Legally, that's okay. No problem. All right. I just got from our project manager. If the answer isn't the newest DLC from TMNT or just TMNT in general, then we spoke to legal, and I'm legally allowed to box you in a Wendy's parking lot. So I'm here to deliver the message. Your answer is whatever you feel like. I'm here.
Well, I'm not looking to. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm not looking to get a black eye or anything. So, yeah, I guess we're playing TMNT.
What wonderful answer! I love it. Just so happens I know how to run that game, so great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Anything else you want to tell everybody out there before we close up?
To any new black speedrunners that's just coming across this event or anything, just join us. Join us in this. We're all having become one of us. Shout outs to the retro runner who took that from Lost Boys, the old 80s movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just join us. We're having a fantastic time. Love to just continue to build this up and take it to heights that maybe only a few of us can see, that that light, that's there. But let's just keep building this up and, paying it forward to one another, build each other up, and join in on the fun here. May I also quick shout outs to Retro Gaming Live TV, Sega Crew, Planet Chaos, the Super Castlevania 4 community, the Shinobi community. There's way too many to go, but I had to get that in there really quick.
Hey, not a problem. And there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much to Cypherin for taking time out to sit down with us today. I really appreciate it. I've really been excited about this interview. Please don't forget to follow him on Twitch at Twitch TV /Cypherin, CYPHERIN. This has been a speedrun sit down with your boy BigBeaz. Next up, we have Mega Man X3 Any Percent by Ryan Ford. My bad. We're going to take a small break while setting up the game for you. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Peace.
Bye.